Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the secret worlds of wealth, power, and luxury lifestyles. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of the most fascinating figures of our time, Elon Musk. From electric cars to space travel, from satellites to brain technology, Musk isn't just chasing the future, he's building it. But what does life really look like for the man who could become the world's first trillionaire? Stay tuned, because you're about to step inside the extraordinary trillionaire life of Elon Musk. Elon Musk. The name itself carries a certain weight. For some, he is a visionary genius reshaping the future of humanity. For others, he is a controversial figure who thrives on risk, chaos, and disruption. But one thing is undeniable: Musk has risen to a level of wealth and influence so vast that the idea of him becoming the world's first trillionaire no longer feels like fantasy. It feels like an inevitability. The journey to trillionaire status begins with a man who, at his core, never accepted limits. Musk's empire spans electric cars, private space exploration, brain-computer interfaces, underground transportation systems, satellite networks, and even plans for colonizing Mars. Each project isn't just a business, it's a puzzle piece in his vision for a multi-planetary civilization. Imagine the life of a man whose companies are valued in the hundreds of billions, whose decisions shift stock markets in seconds, and whose tweets can wipe out or create billions of dollars overnight. Welcome to the world inside the trillionaire life of Elon Musk. Musk's mornings are not typical. He isn't lounging on yachts or spending hours golfing like many billionaires. His day often begins at a modest home in Texas, not a palace. Musk prefers simplicity in his living quarters, renting a small prefabricated home near his SpaceX facility in Boca Chica. But don't mistake this simplicity for lack of luxury. His access to power, influence, and technology is unmatched. Unlike the traditional idea of wealth displayed through golden mansions and diamond-studded parties, Musk's trillionaire lifestyle is one where money is just fuel for impossible dreams. Transportation for Musk is also far from ordinary. Yes, he has Teslas, ranging from the sleek Roadster to the luxurious Model S Plaid, but his real vehicles of choice are rockets. His SpaceX Falcon 9 and Starship spacecraft are not just modes of transport, but extensions of his ambition. While others charter private jets, Musk can literally charter a ride to orbit. He has the resources to decide, on a whim, to see Earth from space, something only a handful of humans in history have ever done. But let's step into the financial kingdom of a man who could become the world's first trillionaire. His fortune is tied to Tesla, SpaceX, and other ventures that are valued so highly they surpass the GDP of entire nations. Tesla alone has a market capitalization that hovers in the hundreds of billions. SpaceX is valued at over $200 billion, largely due to the success of its reusable rockets and Starlink satellites that provide internet access worldwide. Neuralink, his brain-computer interface company, and the Boring Company, which is reimagining urban transportation with underground tunnels, add to the empire. For Musk, the trillionaire lifestyle isn't about stacking wealth, it's about leverage. He reinvests almost everything back into his companies. In fact, Musk has often been cash poor, despite his astronomical net worth, because his money is always tied to building the next future-defining technology. It's a lifestyle that blurs the line between personal wealth and humanity's technological evolution. Of course, the life of a trillionaire also comes with influence that extends beyond the financial world. Politicians seek his support, governments court his investments, and even world leaders debate policies around his actions. When Musk's Starlink satellites were activated in Ukraine during conflict, it wasn't just a business decision, it was geopolitical power at work. The kind of power that trillionaires wield isn't confined to boardrooms, it can literally alter the course of nations. Yet Musk is also known for his eccentricity. The idea of a trillionaire might conjure images of endless luxury, but Musk often breaks that mold. He's been spotted eating fast food, sleeping in factories, and even camping at his launch facilities. His wealth, in many ways, expresses itself not through possessions, but through projects that seem ripped from science fiction. Colonies on Mars, fleets of self-driving cars, satellites blanketing Earth, and brain implants that could cure paralysis or connect humans to artificial intelligence. That's what the trillionaire life looks like when lived by Elon Musk. Still, Musk isn't completely devoid of indulgence. His car collection includes not only Teslas but also rare vehicles like the Lotus Esprit submarine car from a James Bond movie. He owns Gulfstream private jets that allow him to zip around the globe to oversee his empire. His parties, though rare, are legendary in Silicon Valley, often filled with innovators, celebrities, and engineers. And when he does decide to celebrate, it's usually tied to a major milestone, like the first successful landing of a reusable rocket. The trillionaire lifestyle also means Musk has the ability to build and dismantle entire industries. Traditional automakers, once skeptical of electric vehicles, now scramble to catch up with Tesla's lead. Space agencies that relied solely on government funding now face competition from SpaceX. Even the telecommunications industry is being disrupted by Starlink. For Musk, the trillionaire title is less about the money itself and more about creating monopolies in industries once thought untouchable. Philanthropy, too, plays a role in Musk's trillionaire life. While critics argue he could give away more, Musk sees his contributions through the lens of advancing civilization itself. Whether it's pledging billions toward environmental initiatives, offering massive donations to scientific research, or making Starlink available to remote or crisis-hit regions, Musk believes his wealth is best spent pushing humanity forward. But the trillionaire life is not without its shadows. Musk faces constant criticism, from labor disputes to concerns about his influence over social media after acquiring Twitter. Some see him as a hero, others see him as a monopolist whose reach is too vast. That duality is part of the trillionaire experience, worshipped and vilified at the same time. As we imagine Musk's future, we see the scale of what trillionaire wealth could achieve. Interplanetary colonies, AI-human integration, climate-saving technologies, and perhaps even immortality research. The wealth of a trillionaire allows experiments on a scale that could redefine human existence. Musk's trillionaire life isn't just about luxury yachts or golden palaces. It's about rewriting the story of our species. Step into his world and you'll find it's less about what he owns and more about what he dares to build. Trillionaire status isn't Musk's finish line, it's just another launch pad. For Elon Musk, wealth is simply the rocket fuel for turning science fiction into reality. Because when you're living the trillionaire life of Elon Musk, the real luxury isn't money. It's the power to change the future. And that's a look inside the trillionaire life of Elon Musk. A world where rockets replace yachts, innovation outshines luxury, and wealth becomes the engine for reshaping humanity's future. Love him or hate him, Musk's story is far from over, and the next chapter may be even more unbelievable than what we've seen so far. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of the world's most powerful and wealthy, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.